Welcome to the Asylum for Schizophrenia and Fuckery. Today we will be railing do-it-yourselfers just the way they like it, with splintering sticks and skis. Neither things nor people get better over time. The situation is especially bad with the brains of do-it-yourselfers. The epidemic, you know. Anyway, in today's episode it will be proven twice that these two things, a hot jizz gun and title in all caps like "Make it for yourself too," are the clearest confirmation of this. Well, let's start. What a good device, isn't it? Hockey players will appreciate. I mean, why the fuck not? Makes a great hockey puck. Knocking teeth out with such a device is a piece of cake. But as for the rest of the functions, there are a few questions. The goal for any multi-tool is to maintain tolerable functionality compared to a full-fledged tool with minimum occupied space. Are you serious? You are going to glue a socket into a pine plank? Let's clarify. You're going to use a piece of shittiest wood and glue a half-inch socket into it? And then try to unscrew something with it? No problem. Let's try it. By the way, this Loctite 3423 is epoxy from hell. Good luck tearing apart whatever is glued with that shit. No, I'm not going to completely reinvent this bullshit. It's pretty clear the form factor is total garbage. But now we will definitely check the ability of the socket glued into the wood to loosen any fussiness. To start such a complex operation, we need a measuring device called a calipan, spelled with one L. If yours is spelled with two L's, it will also work, but after 1 cup of tea. So, we have a socket with 17mm outside diameter. Therefore, now we need to find a drill bit of the appropriate diameter and drill a hole in the wood, then glue the whole thing together and test it. Looks perfect to me. I think I have just invented a new model. Now we need to wait for the required amount of time.
2 hours later.
Well, it's time to try our multi-tool. This was totally expected. Our socket came loose and started getting out of the housing. We all guessed a long time ago that this device is working quite well, somewhere in parallel universe, in the Crapsmen head. Well, I've seen a lot of things in my life, but gluing sockets into wood is special kind of dumb fuckery. Why don't they ever hang an axe near a firearm button accompanied by instructions? In case of an aggravation of stupidity, all those in need break the skull throughout the brain. The next video will tell us about an extremely important improvement for the welding machine. Drill chuck? Seriously?
Yes, seriously, didn't believe it?
Well, of course, this is in case you have a broken drill laying around. Sure enough, everyone has a broken drill. Right? Well, of course, in my 13 years of practice it became necessary to keep a couple of spare drill chucks. But damn it! You have a welding machine and don't have a holder? Besides, regarding the existing agenda, I have one small question. Why so simple? Regarding the improvement of this contraption, idea to offer? One idea. Why the fuck not? However, no, that's bullshit. Have a better idea. Welder for real, man. Automatic system to prevent sticking of the electrode to the parts being welded by means of rotation. Mobility, portability, functionality. The only thing left to do is to attach a fucking monitor and wheels. And what a gorgeous weld it makes. Blows you away. Just the way you like it. Checkmate, do-it-yourselfer. My welder is cooler. Well, jokes aside, but how do you use this shit? How are you going to use it in hard-to-reach places? After all, the factory holder offers several options for holding the electrodes, for all occasions. 90 degrees, 105 degrees, and even 180 degrees. Well, and now I think it's worth showing how much time it takes to replace electrode in one holder and in the other one. Well, of course, now those who love to massage brain cancer with a Q-tip will object. No, but what should I do if I'm somewhere in Siberia, 100 miles away from the nearest store, sitting on a tree, wiping my ass with permafrost? Actually, I have a counter question for you. And what's so bad about trident-tested holder in the shape of a trident? 3 pieces of the rebar are welded together, a piece of garden hose used for handle, wrapped in electrical tape, wires connected, and it's ready to go. And it allows to hold electrode in the same positions as the factory holder. And that was another attempt to make candy out of a turd. The next DIY product will definitely appeal to car enthusiasts. And again, in this situation we do have welder, angle grinder, blackjack, hookers, and a little bit of scrap metal. And what's the problem again? Buying a regular jack that normal people use. Again Siberia? Again permafrost? Indeed. Nowadays you can buy any jack even at a grocery store. If this jack is too big for you, then you can buy a smaller jack. If you'd rather die than pay for this jack, you can buy even smaller one. If you have very little money, then you can buy a used jack. Well, my dear friend, if you're absolutely a beggar, you can even buy a jack screw. The stupidity of all do-it-yourselfers is that all normal factory jacks use a buttress or square thread and not V-thread. I mean, hell with them if they use normal V-threaded bolts with a 60-degree thread angle made out of class 10.9 steel. But without any exceptions, all the dumb fucks use a crap made out of Chinesium. And it's worth to take a closer look. As I said, a standard metric thread has a 60-degree thread angle, but the fact is that Chinese manufacturers don't give a flying fuck about any standards. Not only does the thread have twice the depth, but it also doesn't have the required angle, which is 45 degrees here. Therefore, when coupled with the same shitty Chinesium nuts, we have a contact only at the tops. Therefore, if it is necessary to get rid of an expired contraceptive called husband, then the device is for you. But if you need to leave the car repeatedly and safely without getting squished by it, then I think you should consider buying a normal jack and not do this suicidal shit. The saddest and funniest thing at the same time is that every imbecile always has an even bigger imbecile copycat. It's like a shitty copy of an already shitty copy. Well, let's finish with the educational part and move on to real fucking art. Flashlight? Out of a Coke can? Are you serious? In the 21st century, when everyone has a phone with a flashlight? Nowadays, even on shitty Facebook, you can't sign up without a phone. They will tell you to fuck off. And you still invent a flashlight? And it looks like our dear friend has a terminal stage of brain cancer, since he couldn't even decide where the switch and where the light bulb should go. The fucking schizophrenic didn't even try to reshoot the video. It's good enough. And if your hands are growing out of your ass and you can't even cut a goddamn hole for the switch, then a jizz gun can rescue. You can fill all the cracks with huge bulbs of goo to get an awesome result. I have to admit, after watching this video, I'm considering to extend my Timecods scale. Everything in this shit is fucking brilliant. An incandescent light bulb in the age of LED adoption, body made out of a Coke can, but the apex of the climax is, damn it, to solder with a fucking jizz gun! I even wanna try it!
Oh shit, I could do that?
But the sadder thing, you know what? This video has 9 fucking million views! Well, let's try to solder. To reproduce this high-grade dumbfuckery we will need jizz gun, dried out semen of the same color as the authors, light bulb, few wires, pliers, and the stripper. Not strip dancer. For now, let's cut a little piece of the wire and strip the ends. Let's squeeze out anatomically incorrect sperm and wait for anatomically correct hot jizz. It's coming! Well, it's time to solder. Such a divine soldering. Electronics engineers are just crying with envy. Well, it's time to check the performance of our compound microassembly. Somehow it doesn't work. And this way? And this way it works. Well, I hope you understand what kind of idiot do-it-yourselfers think you are. Often they themselves are well aware of their technical impotence, but in order not to be so sad, they write titles in all caps. Make it for yourself, so I wouldn't feel like I'm the only loser. That's it for today. Submit your crappy DIY projects in the comments below, and we'll check it. See ya soon!